Should I get a Cliq chair? That is a question I've been asked constantly since testing this chair that was sent to me by Cliq. And my answer is, it depends. And we're going to talk about what it depends on and if it's a good fit for you in today's video. I am Mandarin Mitch, and like I said, this chair was sent to me by Cliq to do an unboxing and review video, which I will link right now. If you want to see that, check it out. But we're going to talk about if this is a good fit for you or if you should buy this chair. Now, before we go into the perfect people to purchase this chair, we're going to cover the people who I don't think should buy this chair. And that is basically three main groups. Two of them we're going to group together, but we're going to start with backpackers. If you are a backpacker and you're looking for a chair to take with you on long travels, this is not it. It is a very compact chair, it is a very convenient chair, but it is not a light chair. It is light compared to most chairs, but not to backpacking chairs. So if backpacking is your main thing that you want this chair for, look for a different chair. The next two groups of people are larger individuals and older individuals. Now, the main hang up for those two groups of people are getting in and out of this chair, as well as the wobble that you have in this chair. And this is strictly through my testings with having friends and family sit in these chairs. And those are the two groups of people who tended to lean away from this chair. Now, when you sit back in this chair, when you initially sit in this chair, period, there is a lot of wobble in there. You definitely get used to it eventually, and it's a much more comfortable and sturdy feeling once you're normal, or once you're used to that rather. But initially, it feels like you're gonna fall back, and especially the larger individuals in my family did not like that feeling. Now, I'm not even saying larger as in like pushing the capacity of this, just build-wise. If you are a little wider, you might have some dig in, and the wobble might not be the most comfortable thing. But both the larger and older individuals didn't like the fact that you kind of had to swing to get up and get out of the chair. So if you fall in either of those categories, I would say this might not be the chair for you either. But let's talk about who it might be right for. In my opinion, the perfect person for this chair is someone who's very versatile. If you find yourself going to different things like sporting events, concerts, camping, hiking, all of that stuff, this is going to be the perfect chair for you because it can do all of them, and you can be quite comfortable doing them all, as well as quite convenient keeping it with you to do those tasks. Compared to a lot of larger chairs, it goes wherever you need it to go. It's not inconvenient to throw over your shoulder. It's not inconvenient to put in your backpack or to hide away wherever you're going to be, or even just tuck under your arm while you're walking, compared to some of those other large ones that you just don't want to take anywhere because it's the only thing you can carry, or it's too heavy to carry. You're not going to have that issue with this. So if you're doing a bunch of different things, this is definitely a very good chair to consider. Now, if you are a specific kind of camper, this could also be for you, but there also might be some other options. Car campers might not be this perfect chair for them, but if you are crunched on space, this comes back into the conversation. So if you're a car camper and you're tight on space and you want to have something that's sturdy, comfortable, and you're not worried about the ultralight, this is going to be something for you. There are some options out there that are pretty convenient and pretty small that are much cheaper than this, but in my opinion, it doesn't have the versatility. So if you want to take them out somewhere else, it might not be the correct option. That's kind of for you to decide at this point. I don't feel right saying yes or no either way. The next group of campers I would say would be tent campers, and those are the people who get to a campsite and then will carry their gear in a little ways away from their car to set up. And in that case, the size, convenience, and portability come back into play very heavily. It's much easier to throw this into a wagon or under your arm or whatever you're going to do than all the other chairs. So when you're carrying all that gear, it might save you a trip, and that might not be very far for you, or it might be a couple hundred yards for you, depending. So if you are a tent camper camping away from your vehicle, again, back into the conversation on if you should get it. All that being said, there's going to be quite a few factors to factor in when deciding on if this is the right chair for you, and it really boils down to personal preference. If you have the money to spend and you'd rather have one chair opposed to a couple different chairs for different situations, I definitely recommend this chair. It covers pretty much anything that I've needed it for since I've got it, and I have probably 15 other chairs that I used all the other times. So having one chair that replaces all that is really convenient, and when you look at it long term, it's really nice because you actually save money instead of, sometimes it might be better to buy one expensive thing than to buy a bunch of cheap things to use for different places. But getting back on track. So, like I said earlier in this video, this was sent to me, so I would love to say this is the go-to chair no matter what, But at the end of the day, I can't really say that it's the perfect chair for everyone. It is an amazing chair for a majority of people, but if you don't fall into that perfect group, this isn't going to be the purchase for you. So those are my honest thoughts. And if you decide you want to purchase this chair, there is a link in the description to use for my affiliate link. I'd really appreciate you using that because it will give me a couple extra dollars and show them that you actually liked my video, and maybe they'll send me some of their other products that I can test out and let you know how those are. Those are definitely out of my price range, but I would like to review them to see if you guys would like them. They're really nice looking chairs, but not something that I find myself needing at this current point. So I'll keep my fingers crossed that they send me something else to review for you guys. And in the meantime, hit that subscribe button to stick around. But if not, I still appreciate you. Until next time, peace.